Okay. We're going to create a new project. So click on New Project, please. And we're going to call this project the source window, please. Source window. And put it into the new folder you just created. So go here, go to choose location. And it's U3L1. Okay, we just created that. All right. Should be good. And go ahead and press select. Okay, so once again, we are going to call this thing source window. That's what we're studying today. Yes, sir? Huh? New projects, yes, new project. I'll go ahead and start from the beginning. So we're going to create new project. Okay, and then we're going to call this U3L1 source window. Okay?
Source window or U3L1?
Both. Bro, look up. Oh, excruciating, so hard. Okay. Anthony's going to run for the laziest fingers. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. And then we're going to click on the download and choose the same information. So I really look forward to the first set of projects we're going to do is about our equipment. Anyway, so go ahead and click that and then click select. Unless you're with, there's a group of 6 students in here that agreed to do the competition. What? Okay, I don't know what he's saying, but anyways. Press create, please. Okay, so you're back here. You should have this scenario where it's 3 columns in the up. So we're going to study the source window right here, okay? So right now, okay, without me having to tell you, choose 3 videos and 3 graphics, put them in bins, por favor. All right, so any 3 you want from the downloadable media. All right, so like here's a corner. I know I keep choosing Gladstone pictures, but I don't have any Azusa pictures. If you guys got protest pictures, send it to me, please. I'll put it in here. Protest pictures. Okay, so I'm not going to choose that. Well, here's my dinosaur, if you remember this one. Huh? What's that? Import. Okay, so the downloadable media. Okay, so I'm seeing some of you guys. Do you have that right here? You have this folder? You have the look up. Do you have this downloadable? You do. Yeah. So just import 3. Any 3. Let me just do the dinosaur. What the heck? So any 3 videos. Okay, just drag it in. Okay, I'll give you. It's now 8:41. I'll give you till 8:43. Okay, I don't want to get those guys. I'll do the driving and entering gates. All right, here's my old classroom. My old beautiful classroom. Anybody from Gladstone here? You are? Okay, Edgar too? You from Gladstone? Yeah, missed that place. Okay. Now in 3 graphics of anything. You know, instead of even I'm having a hard time finding. I guess I realize I don't have many graphics here. So if you want to download something from the internet, anything you like, feel free to do so. Okay, I don't have any. Okay, I'm just going to choose this. What the heck? Okay, so now what I said before, you want to go ahead and press and hold the Shift key and keep pressing, or press and hold the Command key and just go ahead and then right-click, New bin from selection, call that graphics. Okay, get used to doing this, please. And then the other one is going to be all, and I'm just dragging from bottom up. You see that? Right-click, New bin from selection, New bin from selection. And let's go ahead and do video. All right, pretty cool. All right. Anthony, you good? Okay. Three videos and 3 images, yes, of any kind you want. And you're not limited to just this. You can for images, you can get anything from the internet if you like. I know I got to add to this media thing. It's kind of boring and old, kind of like me. Okay. And so if you look also at the source panel, if you can please kindly, like I said, remember how I told you how to toggle between windows? You press and hold Command, and then you can do it like this. Okay, see that? Press and hold Command, and then tap on the Tab key. Or you can press on the F3 key on your keyboard. If you press on the F3 key, you got this scenario, and you can go between windows. See that? If you want to do that. The F3 key on the top row, okay, you can do that. All right, see that? All right, okay. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is the source panel. So let's go ahead and click on any video, okay? So I'm going to double click, and there I have my video, and you notice that it appears on the source panel. Now, here's what I'd like you to do. First slide is the tilde, okay? You remember the tilde, which is right below the escape key? So if the window is highlighted in blue, you see how it's blue? The blue border around. If I click on program, I get another blue, then project, another blue, then timeline, another blue, then this, another blue. So if you press tilde, okay, it expands. So let's go ahead and do a screenshot of this. Command-Shift-4, bring it into this right here, and then let's go ahead and get ready to take a little bit of notes, okay? Again, you guys are going to have an exam, and it might be open notes, it may not be, don't know. So you're going to write down tilde expands the panel, the source panel. Okay, let's just write that, and that's all you need you to write. Tilde expands the source panel. Okay, and that's what it does, and it kind of helps you kind of decide to it just helps you see better.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Okay. Okay, so while we're here, let's go ahead and press tilde again. Okay, and then you go back to the regular panels, okay? And so if you notice that you can actually play, I mean, if you were to, on the upper left-hand, on the project window, if you were to click on, like say, let me see something. If you were to click on, like say, man, it's not doing it. If you do thumbnails or you can do preview area, like this guy right here, you would have this. I mean, I think this is kind of weird, but it's kind of small. All right, so I don't have that up there, so I'm not going to have a preview window. You could also have a thumbnail, which is, you click over here, and you got all these thumbnails. If you go into video, you can actually scrub. You see how I'm moving my cursor going over there? But, again, it's really small. You can't do much work there. But here in the source panel, you can. Okay, so you can actually move the scrub. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the play. Let's see, playhead, mark in, mark out. Okay, so this is the playhead right here, this little blue thing right here. Okay, so that is this. So why don't we go ahead and take a screenshot of just this panel right here and bring it in. All right, and then put a little square right down here. Okay, if you don't mind doing that. Okay, there it is right there. And then, of course, you got to click on transparent and click on a border, maybe a red border, maybe a 3. Okay, so something like that. If you need me to repeat how to do that, raise your hand, please. Okay, and I can be happy to show you. I don't expect everybody. I kind of expect you to know Google Slides and Google Docs and Google. But there it is right there, okay? So basically, the playhead just moves, moves the video, okay, forward and backward. That's all it does, okay? And it helps you decide, which part of the footage you want. The video you want to use, okay? So, yeah, I'll just keep this on here. All right, and again, you may want to use a tilde scene. If not, that's fine. Looks like you guys know how to type. Good.
That's the first time? I didn't copy.
Sure. Just, I'll give you just in a few seconds. Or you can copy up somebody in your neighbor.
No one has next to me.
Wow.
Yes, it-
So you're saying your neighbors didn't bother writing notes either? Okay. And can you wipe your area off of that, please? Thank you. By the way, there's a garbage can right in front, right next to my desk. So you don't have to, front two row, don't have to come all the way back over here. This class is kind of big. A little on the big side. Okay, so hopefully got that. Mr. Anthony, it's right here. All you got to do is the tilde expands the source panel. That's it. Got that? Okay, cool. All right. So next thing is, of course, is the mark in and mark out. Let's go ahead and let's say you've got a video and you just want a portion of the video. So you're using the playhead, and there's no point of, this is me, this is during the pandemic, actually. A lot of you weren't in high school then. So here's me going up Gladstone. If you guys remember this area, there's a PE, there's a gym right there. Now I'm going up the sidewalk, I'm climbing, I'm going right through, illegal, and then I got caught by the security guards right there. So, but I kind of schmoozed my way and they let me park in front of my classroom. Okay. So let's say I want it from here. And what I'd like to do actually is kind of go, okay, so let's go, we're talking about the mark in and mark out. Let me see really quick. Okay, let's go to number 6, adding markers in the timeline. I want to go to number 6, please. So we got 4, 5, and 6. And let me show you what markers mean, okay? So if I have the playhead here, before I decide which is going to be the in and the out, I'm actually going to put a marker here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the playhead and then press M as in mark. Okay, there it is. And you see a little green thing up here there? Okay, and now let's say I'm going to go forward because I might change my, you know what, I want to start it right here. Now I'm going to move the marker over here because you see it gives me a chance to remind me of the original place. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go right there. Boom, I got nailed. Okay, and now I'm going to press mark again, M, and there it is. Okay, so now I know exactly where I want to do. So take a screenshot of this, please. Okay, or if you want, you can just take the screenshot from here and put it in the marker. Okay, you can do that. Well, here, instead of redoing, copy the square. Okay, and then you go over here. Actually, you know what? Never mind. You can't do that. Sorry. I apologize because it doesn't have the markers. My bad. Most likely be, okay, sorry. I was voted most likely to mislead students. Okay. Okay, Command C. So now I'm just going to copy that and I'm just going to do it there and then and paste it again. Command B. Always use Command C and then Command B. So these are the markers right here. Okay, so they kind of help you pinpoint a specific area of interest inside the timeline. Okay, pinpoints a specific area of the timeline. Okay, that's it. That's all I got, right? Pinpoints a specific area. All right, there we go. Okay, pinpoints a specific area. And then from there, I can go ahead and decide which part I want to use, and we'll bring it into the timeline. All right, cool. All right, hopefully you've got everything. Now we're going to go into the mark in and mark out. Remember this guy right here? So in other words, I'm going to move the playhead And also, yeah, so right about there. And again, you can move the playhead a couple of ways. You can move it manually, which makes sense, but you can also move it by scrubbing along the clock here. You see that? Now I'm right about there. Okay, so let me see something really quickly. So if I move the cursor right here, see it goes right there. Okay, so I move it right there. If I click on this timeline, it goes right there again. See, by clicking on the different markers, it'll take the scrub bar right where. So, oops, sorry. So right there. Okay, so let's write that down also. The adding markers. So clicking on the markers will place the playhead there. Clicking on the markers will place the playhead. So you can actually do that. And the next step would be to kind of create the in and out point. Okay, so clicking on the markers will place the playhead there. Okay, everybody got this? All right, so now if I decide to click here, and by the way, if I was to double click on this, okay, if I double click on the marker, and you'll notice that we can actually name this marker, and it'll tell you exactly the time where that marker, so it brings up this marker page. So let's go ahead and put this in, okay, right here. This is exactly, now the duration of this, you can actually expand, well, let me see, expand the size of the marker. So let's go ahead and bring it out about, let's see, about a second. 1 second, right there, 100, okay, see that, or 100, yes sir.
How'd you get there again?
Oh, sure, let me go ahead and cancel. So I double click on the marker, 1, 2, okay. You can also choose like different colors of the marker. This tells you exactly, so what I did was, let's go ahead, okay, so you can click on in, okay, you can name the marker, okay, you can put mark in if you like. Now the time is where the marker appears, so it appears as 6 seconds and 17 frames, okay, and the duration, let's go ahead and, you can just scrub it all the way to 1 second, there we go. You can choose a color, you can actually put a comment. This is where the end point will be on this video, okay? You could, you don't have to, but this is always a good point, especially since you're working in teams. You may want to have this. Admittedly, I don't know, let's try this. Click here, let's see something. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with this web link and all that, so let's not worry about that. Okay, so you may want to take well, here, let me see where we can put this. Mark in and mark out feature. Let's go ahead and shrink this one. Well, no, don't shrink it. Let's just go ahead on where it says number 6. Go ahead and click on the new slide, and it'll appear right beneath it. And then go ahead and type in marker window. Okay. And let's go ahead and get rid of the inner box. You don't have to, but I like clicking on it and having a space. And let's go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Okay. And then put it in. Okay, so the marker window, if you, there it is right there. Okay, so just it's kind of self-explanatory. Again, you want to name it, and this is the time. Now, this kind of is specific for that marker, and markers are pretty important. Okay, I'm not going to go into the web link. I'll try that on my own. If anybody want to try it and teach us, I'll give you extra credit. So press OK. Okay, but now look at the size of the marker. Look at that. You can actually expand it a little bit. See? Okay, right about there. So that is the area you want to mark, but it doesn't make any sense here because that's not where we want it, okay? Remember it was 618, something like that? So this kind of just expands it. I think it's just as easier to just double click on it. See that? Double click on it and just, yes sir?
I can't add a marker for some reason.
Okay, did you double click on, you can't add this?
No.
Okay, so put the playhead where you want it, okay? And then press M. See it? No? Okay. Let me go there and help him. BRB. Okay, so once again, I'm going to repeat this, okay? So this, again, like if you have a video here, you chose the in and the out portion, okay? So you click here to mark the in. Let me just go ahead and really quickly do this, everything. Okay, so we got the markers where it needs to be. Okay, I click here, I click on the marker, and then I use the in, oops. I click on this marker, move the playhead there, I click the in, move this marker and click here, and then if I want it, I create the source, or the sequence rather, and I call it source window. Okay, so I'm just going to go over everything a little quickly, press OK, and then if I just want if I want the whole thing in here with just this area, okay, we'll talk about this in a second, and then if I wanted just the video, and if I would just want the audio, I click on this icon. Video is just icon, audio is this one. So if I click here, okay, I'll just put it right over there. Now, what I'd like you to do, okay, everybody, is make this mark in and mark out disappear completely. The way to do that, right-click, clear in and out. Right-click, clear in and out, and it just goes away. Okay? All right, so you notice that my thing is gone. I'll do it again. You move the cursor into the gray area, okay? Right-click, clear in and out, okay? It should be right there and it'll disappear. Now what I'd like you to do is bring in the entire thing without the in and out and see how bigger it is, okay? If you notice, compare the size. So we only use this portion, but the entire video is this. All right, so, okay. Let's see, what time is it? Carla, you can go to the bathroom if you want. Let's take a 10-minute break. Okay. So if you need to use the restroom. Now number 9, slide number 9, you can just go ahead and highlight that and delete it. We already did that in the previous one. Dragging image to timeline. This one dragging audio from source panel into timeline. We can just delete that, okay? And then demonstrate, insert, and override. Now this is really pretty important. So what I'd like you to do now, okay, is go ahead and erase everything in here. So you can just go inside the timeline, just go ahead and highlight and erase it. And then what I'd like you to do is, again, choose an in and an out point right there and drag the whole thing in here, okay? Hello. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and drag, oops, keep existing. We'll worry about that in later on. So whatever it says, choose the other video, put that in here. And here's my beautiful classroom from yesteryear. Missed that. So put them all together. If they're too small, once again, you can press the scrub bar down below. Bring that in, okay? There we go. All right, there we have it. All right, and so we're good to go. Now, click on an image, any image. So, on your own for the next, let's say 3 minutes or 5, I'll give you 5, actually I can't give you that much. The next 2 minutes, how would you, listen up, how would you put this image in between the first two? Like, here's the first clip, here's the second clip. How would you put it in between? Go, okay? Go ahead and do it. Let's see how you would do that. Okay? I'm just going to watch. So how would you, okay, so choose an image. Okay? Double click on it. Make sure it appears here inside the source. How would you put that in between two clips? How would you put this image in between this clip and between the first two clips? In other words, right here. You see that? By the way, if you press and hold the shift key, your playhead on the timeline will snap into the area in between. So how would you do that? Yes, sir. Ma'am. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so I want to draw attention to this, because like I said, I watched you. You guys did this, and you brought that in, and you brought this image in, and then you put it back. That's the long way of doing it. So instead, I want to draw attention to this icon right here. This is the insert. So watch what happens. This tells you that from the source window, the image gets brought in, everything else gets pushed to the right. So now watch what happens. Okay, I'm going to click it, and boom, there it goes. See? Now do the same thing for in between clips 2 and 3 with another image. Okay, on your own. Okay. There it is. See that? Pretty cool. Pretty easy. All right. Does anybody need me to repeat it?
Can you do it real quick?
Sure. So I'll go and undo it. So if I want to put something in between, like these two clips, and by the way, you can put video in between too. So let's say I got the two computers. I'm going to put my playhead right in between the two files. And then over here, I'm going to use these icons right here. Okay, and then I'm going to click on insert, and notice that the overall film kind of gets longer. And then I'm going to do this side, and then I'm going to choose another image. Okay, let's say and then I'm going to do the same thing here. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so what I'd like to do is take a screenshot of that insert. But before we do all that, let's do also this. Let me see if I can. Let me do this really quickly. Okay, so with override, okay, let's say I'm not at all. I want to, look what happened with, let's choose an image of your choice, any image, or if you want to bring in a fourth image, or anyone that you didn't use. Let's see which one. I got my computers, I got this. Okay, the music room. No, that was the music room. Okay, the brick wall. Let's say, for instance, I want to put something here. I want to interrupt this video right here, okay? Like right about here. And I use this icon right here. So this image right here, if I click on this, it's called override. Watch what it does to the timeline. I click, and look at that. It actually breaks into, in other words, it breaks that video footage, and then goes into that, and then continues. See that? Everybody try that. Okay, so look at that, see? There we go, okay? And so please take a screenshot of well, no, I need you to take a screenshot of everything here. Just this port right here. I'll show you which ones. Right, just like this, right here, okay? That amount. Take a screenshot and put that into slide number 9, please. All right, and let's copy one of these, copy a red square, and let's put it here. Let's put it right here, which is these two right here, okay? So this is the insert or override, okay? So please take down these notes. Insert, okay, basically goes in between footage without disrupting that footage, In other words, it, and then expands the length of the video. Okay. And then the other one, which is override. Is that how you spell override? Jeez. Sorry. pardon me, I gotta go back here because I need to see what I wrote. Overwrite, sorry, overwrite. Bad me. Okay, overwrite means basically you do disrupt the footage. Okay, but does not expand the length of the video. Okay, so just write that down, please. Okay, so that's so if you notice that here, even though we override it, the video footage is still the same. In other words, that video still doesn't get prolonged, but if you insert, it will. All right. Okay, 35, I'll give you till 36. We're kind of in the dull moment of sports, aren't we? Football's over, baseball hasn't started, neither is basketball. Where are you going? Oh, sorry. You can, okay, on the very last slide, let's say we're going to study this right here, which is the export frame. We're going to say I want to take a picture and a video of this. I will click here. Then I will rename. You'll see this dialog box here. It'll go to dipping into, I'm recording. Dipping into frame, into paint. Choose what format I want. Highly recommend JPEG or anything you can open up in Photoshop. Choose a place. I would recommend same place where your other media are. So in this case, U3L1 source. And then you may want to make sure that this is always checked and press OK. It'll appear right there. Okay, and then you can drag it into the graphics. That's it.